Seconds left, and he drops in both shots under pressure to tie this game.
10th grader did that, LJ Peak. So now we put 4 minutes on the clock. Cook will jump it off with Keenan Littlejohn.
Jalen Cook, 6'1", Littlejohn, 6'4". Both are seniors. And now Sam McDermott cramping up for Lexington, and he is going to have to come off the court. And I was just about to say, Emerson, as we head into overtime, you know, that both of these teams have been going back and forth, back and forth. We've had numerous lead changes, numerous ties, and these young men have left everything out on the court. So I was going to say that, you know, in this overtime, it's going to come down to who is the most conditioned team and who has the most depth. They're ready to tip it away. Controlled by Lexington.
You're right, Birch. It's really turned into a battle of attrition, particularly for Lexington. Glimp out with an injury. Nigel Gates goes down, and now McDermott cramping up just before the tip to start OT.
Jalen Cook kicks it out over to Grant Hendricks, who just checked in.
Blocking foul on Michael Wright from Gaffney.
Grant Hendricks is a junior, number 21. Foul called that will send Jalen Cook to the line. The senior for Lexington, as you look at Mark Huff on that Gaffney bench. Jalen Cook at the free throw line on the floor for Lexington. Bush Brunson, Grant Hendricks, Ryan Kuatz.
I don't think Hendricks has played.
And Edelson.
It's Hendricks' first action tonight. He comes in overtime because Lexington is really depleted at this point.
So Cook puts Lexington back in the lead. 51-50. As he is shooting in to the student body from Lexington High School, so they're going to keep it quiet. And Cook knocks down the second. Two big free throws for Cook. Kobe McDowell fires left side. Michael Wright thought about it just for a hair and decided against it. He's being guarded by Brunson. Wright pushes over to LJ Peak. Now to McDowell. Man-to-man defense being shown by Lexington. LJ Peak driving in. Shot is not there. Rebound fought for by Peak. He puts it up again. +1. LJ Peak.
Right. You see with Gates out, Roland out, you know, Lexington having a real problem keeping Gaffney off the glass. Peak able to drive in and draw the foul and score. And now here's Gates back into the game. That's good news for Lexington. But Peak, who just made a pair to put it into OT, now with a chance to knock down another foul shot and give Gaffney the lead here in overtime.
So 3 minutes, 12 seconds left. LJ Peak back of the line trying to complete the trifecta. And he does. Smooth looking shot for LJ Peak. And another lead change in this ball game as Gaffney has the 1 point advantage now. 53-52. Just over 3 minutes to play. A skip pass over to Jalen Cook. He'll float to the left and give off to Kuat. McDermott back into the game after shaking off the cramps. A little Charlie horse in his right leg. There's Jalen Cook drawing the foul. Remember, folks, Shaq Rowland, the Lexington superstar, all-time leading scorer for the Lexington Wildcats, is on the bench. He fouled out with 7 seconds left in regulation.
Now looks like Peak is fouled out for Gaffney.
So both of our superstars are on the bench. LJ Peak for Gaffney. That's going to mean Quinshad Davis, you would think, will have to assume that mantle.
T. Hardy in for Gaffney.
Quinshot Davis still on the bench. He's not on the court. As LJ Peak just fouling out with 2:48 left in overtime. So the leading scorers in this ball game will not return.
It's our 8th tie of the game, Birch, 53 all.
And Quinshot Davis has fouled out as well.
And that's 4 straight foul shots for Jalen Cook here in overtime. He's got all of Lexington points.
Yeah, so the leading scorers for Gaffney on the bench as they have fouled out. As I overlooked that Quinshot had fouled out as well. Kobe McDowell takes a look, little floater, drains it. Kobe McDowell. And another lead change in this ball game, Emerson.
Yeah, I've got 9 of those unofficially to go along with our 8 ties.
55, 54, just over 2 minutes to play. And there's McDermott over there on the far sidelines.
Just an epic championship game. Here's the bucket by Kobe McDowell. Pulled in for about 12 feet, knocked it down, and back and forth we go, Birch. People are going to talk about this game for a long time.
2 minutes, 12 seconds left, so
Markov,
Brunson, Edelson, Jalen Cook, and Nigel Gates on the court right now for Lexington as they have possession.
Hoff going for state championship number 5 for himself. It'll be number 6 all-time for Gaffney. Bailey Harris trying to win his 3rd for Lexington.
Jalen Cook charges in, brings it back out. Over to Nigel Gates. Gates driving in, hangs up, block, shot rejected, but kept alive. And Lexington maintains with under 2 minutes to go.
Littlejohn with the block shot.
Edelson picks up the screen from Brunson. And now Jalen Cook driving in, puts up a right-handed leaner, no. But he was fouled in the process, and he'll go to the line.
Oh, boy. 40. The Lexington student section would have erupted had Jalen Cook dropped that in off the window. Knifed in on the right side. We'll get another look. He got a high screen from Edelson, and look at him shield himself. He kept the defender's arm from blocking that shot. And the Gaffney fans booing because Cook, made a heady play there and used his free arm to prevent that shot from possibly being blocked. But they got the foul on Gaffney. That's what the Gaffney fans were upset about.
Cook misses the first. Free throws are a premium now. And he misses the second. And the rebound collected by Littlejohn. Out of bounds off of Jalen Cook. So it will be Gaffney basketball as Littlejohn climbed the ladder to snatch the rebound.
Cook's been excellent at the line. He's made 4 straight to start the overtime. But if Lexington is not able to win tonight, Birch, they will not have very far to look to see where they lost this game. 2 missed foul shots in the closing seconds of regulation, and now 2 in a row missed here in overtime.
Littlejohn at the line, knocks it in as he was fouled on the other end by Jalen Cook going for the rebound. So Littlejohn can make this a 3-point Gaffney lead if he drills the free throw. Misses, and Lexington comes down with a rebound. That's Gates.
Huge rebound, Nigel Gates. Lexington had to have it, and he's wincing in pain as he moves back down the floor. But he's given Lexington everything he's got tonight, Birch. Now he's going to get some foul shots here. And Lexington can tie it up, but Gates will have to make them both.
Minute 35 left. Lexington can tie it here at the free throw line with Nigel Gates. He's a junior. This is the first shot. Substitution is Quan West checks back in for Lexington, 6'4" senior. As he takes the place of Brunson. Here's the second. Gates drops it in. So 1-point Gaffney lead here with a minute 33.
Now Lexington will have to force a turnover or eventually foul.
Wright being guarded by Jalen Cook. Hands off to Kobe McDowell.
Certainly wouldn't expect Gaffney to look to put a shot up here. They got the lead in the ball.
Williams will toss it over, far sideline. Now McDowell drifting to his left to the bottom of your screen, gives off to Wright. Gaffney working the clock here with the 1-point lead. He's trying to play keep away. Gotta wonder if Lexington is gonna try to foul soon.
Hoff got the timeout from the Gaffney bench.
So a timeout on the floor by Mark Huff. Let's give you a game reset. It is 56-55, Gaffney leading. Possession arrow goes to Gaffney. 51 seconds left. This has been a well of a championship basketball game here for the 4A crown. Gaffney and Lexington, a rematch of the 2010 state championship. We've seen great coaching, excellent action on the court. Now let's listen in to Mark Huff's huddle. Well, there you have it. A huddle of Mark Huff as Bailey Harris looks on from the Lexington sidelines. Quinshon Davis and LJ Peak have fouled out for Gaffney. They're two leading scorers. Shaq Rowland fouled out in regulation for the Lexington Wildcats.
Interesting. Ron Best is back in the game. He saw limited action in the first half.
Cross-court pass. Handled by Hardy. Hardy bottled up over there, but gets it out to Best. Now back to McDowell. McDowell is fouled by Edelson with 33 seconds remaining. So Edelson sends McDowell to the line. Free throws are huge right now. It's an understatement. 1-point Gaffney lead. And the junior at the line misses the first. Hendricks will check back in for Lexington.
All right.
Keenan Littlejohn returns to the court for Gaffney. DeAndre Smith looking to check in for the Indians. Second shot is there for McDowell. It is a 2-point Gaffney lead now, 57-55.
You know, again, who does Lexington go to for points? I believe it might have to be Cook or possibly Gates, unless you can get Edelson or McDermott open for three.
McDermott not on the court right now. Hendricks for three. No. Rebound. Williams for Gaffney. And he is fouled with 19.8 seconds left. And Hendricks had the shot. He had a really good look at it. Just could not find the friendly rim. Hendricks had a really good looking shot on the three-pointer. Now Williams with a big trip to the free throw line here for the Gaffney Indians with 19 seconds left. And the junior Kerry Williams averaging 10 points, 5 rebounds a game.
It's the same
Strolls
situation. Same situation we had at the end of regulation, only it was the other way around. Lexington had a 2-point lead. They had Rowland at the line shooting two. He missed them both. We'll see what Kerry Williams does.
Maverick Bishop checks in for Lexington. Here's Williams. First shot, knocks it down. 3-point Gaffney lead. He'll try to make it a 2-possession game. Williams, no. Still a 1-possession game.
I don't think you need to shoot a three here, Birch. You can, but you don't have to.
58-55. Lexington needs a three-pointer to tie it with 8 seconds left. Now they're going to have to. Hendricks Takes a look at the clock. Bailey Harris wants a timeout, and he gets it with 3 seconds left.
And you can tell Lexington is just, they don't have an identity offensively with Roland out. No Joby Glimp tonight due to injury. McDermott has been cramping up. He's missed the better part of overtime. I don't know that he's played in OT here, Bert. So Lexington just really in a tough spot here. But the good news is this game's not over, and they've got the basketball.
And all it takes is the three-point shot that's ended in a double OT. And Lexington has possession. They will inbounds on their side of the court. 3 seconds left. If they can just get one quick, good look at the basket for a three-point launch, we're going to double overtime.
Yeah, Bailey Harris trying to draw up the play to get Lexington the three.
The most important thing right now for Lexington is the inbounds pass, Emerson.
Well, the most important thing is for Gaffney not to foul. If Lexington hits a three right here and forces double overtime, you tip your hat to them. You come out and play 4 more minutes. But what you don't do is foul a three-point shooter and give Lexington a chance for the rare 4-point play or 3 foul shots, which could put the game in overtime. Gaffney will defend but not foul.
Well, the house is rocking here in Columbia. Lexington with a chance. They trail by 3. They need a three-pointer.
McDermott's back in for Lexington. He's number 4.
Edelson will inbounds. Gets it to McDermott. Turns. Launches. No. That's it. The Gaffney Indians win it in overtime.